conference about bringing his people together. Again, we've been doing, this is our 11th conference that we've had. But these conferences, and this one in particular, with all the prophecies going around these days about this is going to happen this fall and that's going to happen. And, you know, I have children. I'm a father of 9 children. What happens when my 10-year-old hears those things? Now, if the father chooses to start some trouble in this fall or in the future, which is obviously looks like it's going to happen, that's fine. But I want children in the next generation to have hope for the future,
yes.
Hope in our Messiah, to understand these things. So we're bringing over 30 teachers together, over 10 worship leaders. Many of the teachers who are your programmers are going to be there. Halissa Allwine, Brad Scott, Bill Cloud, Rico Cortez, and many, many others will be there. We have new worship leaders coming. We have Mason Clover's going to be there. We have a beautiful new song by a lady named Alicia Brinkley. It's called To 1,000 Generations. It'll bring you to tears. We have Kaya Conrad, Ruth Hughes, Brenda Wheeler, all these worship leaders, all these teachers coming together to celebrate what our Messiah is doing at this hour.
Oh.
And you folks, listen, where am I? You folks can register today.
Yes.
You don't have to wait. Listen, call 800-829-877. Register today. Come see us in Maryville, Tennessee. It's going to be on the Maryville, Tennessee campus right outside of Knoxville, Tennessee. It's 5 minutes from the Knoxville airport. We want to see you there. If you have questions, if you have needs, we want to serve you and help you. So come join us to this awesome gathering.
The dates again?
It's July 25th through August 1st.
Right away.
Awesome. A week-long event. Oh, yeah, it's just coming up right around the corner. It's a week-long event. It's going to be an awesome time. You see some of the teachers there. We're bringing Boaz Arena Dreyer in from Israel. You see David Yaniv, who Batya spoke about.
Yes.
The miracle man from Israel, the colonel from Israel. All these folks are coming together. Why? Because the Father's Spirit is moving on their hearts.
Drawing them.
He's drawing them. So we just try to provide a place to come together.
Amen.
We've got this beautiful campus. It's the 6th oldest campus in America, right outside of Knoxville. We're going to take it over and have a worship party all week long.
How
you know,
wonderful.
you're just talking about, you see the changes that are happening in Israel. I remember when we first started working with the IDF back in '97, it was, you're a Christian. Shh.
Yeah. Don't say anything.
Then the current Chief of Staff,
you can love them, but don't
Ashkenazi,
say anything.
in 2002, he openly addressed the fact that these Christians were helping his soldiers. And, you know, he can't speak a word of English that I know of.
Couldn't.
He couldn't then. But it's happening. And instead of about him coming, many of them are saying he's coming again. If you listen carefully,
Yes.
they're saying that.
Al, I remember right before the first Gulf War, I happened to be in Israel. The war was just starting and breaking out. I was like the only person at any of the tourist sites. It was my first trip to Israel. And I'm down in the Cardo in Jerusalem, where all the shops are. And the place is absolutely empty in the middle of the afternoon. I'm the only person standing in there. A man comes out of his shop, an Orthodox Jewish man comes out of his shop, and he asked me this question: why are you here? I said, I'm here because I'm your brother Joseph, and I love you. He began to weep. When they see us not just in words, but in deeds, do what these ancient prophecies have said we're supposed to do, they understand. Yes, there's a gap. Yes, we don't agree on things theologically, but we can agree that there's one God, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's what he calls himself about 200 times in the Holy Book. He says, I'm the God of Israel.
Yes.
So simple math, I'm kind of like Batya. Simple math tells me if he's the God of Israel and he's my God, guess what I am? I must be Israel. It's that simple. But man, through the manipulations and all the theology and all these things, have confused the issue. But the Father's simple because he's a dad.
That's right.
We call him Abba. When Abba speaks to his children, he speaks so they can understand. What an exciting time.
You know, you're talking about the middle wall and different people doing different things. I sometimes feel like each one of us are doing different jobs, if you will, and it's like the most any one of us is given is a fork. And if each one of us will keep hitting the wall with our fork, eventually that thing is going to crumble. And we're hitting in different places. In other words, you're working with the IDF. Hats off to you. There are people who work with the IDF By the way, we went on a tour to Israel one time, and everybody, all the believers, donated blood.
We've done that.
That's a testimony
It
to
is.
It's like, why are you doing this? Why are you? Anyway, I think there are different ways that we all approach it. Different people are teaching from from different aspects. For the M.I.A., as far as I did want to make this point about why we turned it over to Scott is the chief operating officer, and we have a board of shepherds, and they oversee it because we recognized that we had moved this thing from a point of explaining about both the houses of Israel to a place where they need congregations that could gather. And so that's why it's where it is.
Oh, wow. Guys,
Bottom line is Israel's a team sport.
it is. And
We're all players.
this has been the most incredibly enlightening hour that we've spent in a long time. I want
least in
to
a
thank
day or
you. I want to thank you so much
Thank you.
for coming. And I hope you have heard with hearing ears and your heart is open to the Word of God, because that's what Batya has been bringing you. And there's so much for us to learn, and such joy at the end of the journey to be one with our brothers.
And if they want to learn more, don't touch that dial. We'll be
Stay
right
tuned.
back.
We will be back for more.
You watching GLC regularly? Enjoying the programming exclusive to GLC? Are you aware that God's Learning Channel is committed to educate the viewer of their biblical roots through programming produced right here at GLC? Did you know our productions are paid exclusively by committed viewers that we call partners? We call them partners because without their monthly financial support, this network would cease to exist. Partner with God's Learning Channel today. Help us educate others. Be a part of the change we are making in people's lives. Call for information or visit our website and click on Become a Partner to review partner levels of giving. Thank you for partnering with GLC.